Here's how you can tell good meat. You got nice white fat around the edge, but what you got here, this is called marbling, that's intramuscular fat. That's what gives you the juiciness and flavor. This is technically choice, but it's actually prime grade meat. So what we're going to do is we're drying these off right now, and we're going to grill them this size, but we're going to cut them into smaller pieces because obviously, you know, I mean, a young person like yourself could eat one of these, but I sure as hell couldn't. So this is expensive meat, but I'm going to tell you how to get some much cheaper meat too. But it's basically the same technique. What we're going to do is we're going to stovetop grill them. So in other words, if it was the summer, we'd be doing this outside. Yeah. But we're going to do it inside. And we're going to, oh, I hear that lovely pop there, Peter. My glass is over on the table there. You could, one thing that has to always happen is that you have to keep the chef well lubricated. Otherwise, disaster ensues. Now what I'm going to do is, rather than put them on my board here, I'm going to rub them here. And then we'll transfer them to another platter. Here's the book I will officially present you with, called Pacific Grilling. You can stick it over there. And this has all the recipes for the rubs, and also how to cook fish and everything: chicken, lamb, beef, pork. And they all call for recipes that sound like barbecue recipes, like grilling. See what I'm doing here? See the piece of fat here? Yeah. And that little membrane? I'm cutting through that because if you grill something, with that, it'll tend to curl up away from the grill. So we want to just cut it right through like that. I'm sure we don't cut our thumb off and take it like that. And then right here, like that. I use garlic salt because it just doesn't oxidize. This is Lowry's garlic salt. Yeah. This is Lowry's garlic powder. See how brown it is? Yeah. So for some reason or other, this is a fresher product. Yeah. So I use it, and I mixed it with smoked paprika, thyme, sage, oregano, and I use some hot paprika too. Okay, so what you want to do is just never be shy with the seasoning. So we want to just really coat it, and then what you do them and stack them. Okay, so while you do that, I'm going to get myself over here. Thank you, sir.
It looks like it would be good on chicken too.
It'd be good on anything.
Mm-hmm. And what would be the minimum and maximum amount of time that the rub should be? That
how it would last? You mean?
No. Once you put it on there, what would be the shortest amount of time before you cook, and what would be the longest amount of time?
What I usually do, I usually take the meat out about an hour or two before I'm going to out of the fridge, and that's when I put the rub on it. But this has been sitting out. I wanted to do the rub. I would have done this a couple hours ago. That's good.
But could the rub sit on for 12 hours? Or
it could in the fridge, sure.
Oh, okay.
I was there. I was wondering.
This. Instant read meat thermometer. Do you have one?
No.
Okay, this is yours. I just bought it today. This is not the best. The best is Taylor, but there it's on Fahrenheit 74. So that is officially. That's how the chefs do it. Now you have. Get a close up of it. There. That in fact is the chef's signal. This man can cook. This man can grill. Okay. Secret number 9 in life. But get the Pam olive oil. I was cooking at my brother-in-law's in Southern California, and this really big, very nice guy, a Tunisian, French, Belgian doctor, was watching me cook, and he was filming me cook because I was the cookbook author, and I was talking to him in French. Yeah. And I said, "Ça c'est l'huile d'olive en pression." En pression, it means olive oil under pressure. And he says, "Mon Dieu, qu'est-ce que c'est ça? What's that?" And I said, "You don't know about this?" in French. And he said, "Je suis un homme de la Méditerranée. I'm a man from the Mediterranean. Only Americans could have spray olive oil, right?" So anyway, so I held it up, and somehow that's probably all over France right now. I was cooking in front of a Frenchman, and I used spray olive oil, and he fell to the ground screaming with laughter, and "Kill horror, kill horror." So anyway, the great thing about this is that you can get your grill nice and hot. The way you can tell when you're using a charcoal grill is that you hold your hand 1 inch from the top of the grill, and you count. And if you can count to 3, it's not hot enough. So 1, 2, 3, 4, not hot enough. So see, and I would just lay them 1. Let me do my 2, 3. Okay, there's 2. And then you put 1 tip.
The farmer's still working.
This side? No, put them out. There you go. There you go. Okay, now, what we want to do is we want to let them set so that you get your... Oh, So you get, we want to sear an edge, so we don't do anything yet. What we'll do is we'll reverse them to make a hash mark, as it were. So you get your tongs there, grab your tongs. You flip them over directly, just right over. There you go, that's good. Good. Now when you do the next one, you'll reverse that. So you'll get well, actually, yeah, you'll reverse that. That would be cross hash. So this way, together, and that's going to be about 106. Okay, test it again. Test this one right here. We won't get any much later. These are done. Let's turn them off. But these will be in the medium rare stage, that is to say, somewhere around, you know, pinkish to quite red. I'm trying to put these on the platter here. So we can start cutting them up now. See, that's good. That's what we want. That's kind of a little more than rare, but they'll all end up the same.
A real kitchen.
Okay, that's good.
And a lot of storage.
By the time these sit 5 minutes, they'll all be at the medium rare stage. This is a great product. You know it?
No.
Trader Joe's brown rice, fully cooked, long grain.
Okay.
Ingredients: long grain brown rice, grapeseed oil. That's it. Zip. No water. I mean, no salt. No MSG, no nothing, no junk. Just it's terrific, and it's going to be easy. So, let's taste this. Very mild, I think. Not hot.
Is that salsa?
Yeah, it's a commercial salsa called Mild. Amy salsa, made with organic tomatoes. So, you know, these have a little bit of salt in them, but not much.
Yeah.
But you know, just crank her up. I get myself a scissors. See what I'm doing? I'm taking my fingers and I'm kind of crumbling it. But then I'll use the spoon to break it up finally. I think 3 is going to be plenty. Mostly margarine. And just let it come to a boil. You know, sherry. And this is going to be kind of a Spanish style rice. It's got Spanish paprika and things in there. Just a little of that in there. And we turn it up high. Boil. This looks a little more liquid, but it'll work because it'll function a little bit like a kind of a sauce for the steak. And so, you know, this is going to be steak and Spanish rice, so. All right, ready to go. Vinaigrette is as follows: 3 tart to 1 oil. So we're going to use 3 units of sour. Sorry, 1 unit of sour to 3 units of oil. So that's the balance. So smell it. Hot. And then we're going to take a little bit of a piece of lemon. And when we squeeze the lemon, do it through our fingers so we leave the seeds behind, and also that's when you know how well all the cuts on your fingers are.
Yes.
Yeehaw!
See that we got there? That's the sour. That's about maybe 1/4 of a cup, give or take. And this is just a white wine vinegar that's been flavored with tarragon, and it's a little brown, a little oxidized, but it doesn't matter. Okay, we'll look at that. Okay, so now we're going to get the olive oil and bring it up to about right. My hair, okay? Good.
Just keep on pouring it?
Keep on pouring it, keep on whisking it until you have 2/3 oil, 1/3 of what started in there. And just whisk it. And I'll get us a couple of cloves of garlic. Okay, we'll put in 1 clove of garlic. Okay.
That's handy.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. And the other one I had is maybe better because you can actually put the skin in right there.
Yeah.
It shakes it right out, but that works. All right, so that looks about right. So this is what's going to go on top of our shrimp, which is going to go on top of the lettuce.
called for walnuts, but Wayne hates walnuts, so I used pecans. And about a cup of Gruyere cheese, grated.
Oh.
It was fantastic.
Do you want to get some?
Very good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
we're
good.
going to the table. Here we go, Kathy. You want to pass these out? Prime New York, prime
Beautiful.
New York strip. Give me the cinder plate. And then we'll pass the rice around. Peter,
It's awfully good.
you should be able to cut with a fork. Oh. Okay, don't show me up there. There's the big signature.
Yeah, no. I mean, I know exactly, and I'll come for 2 weeks, so, and I'll be staying with these people in Oakland, except I don't think.
Here we go, for Woodrow. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Do it. Here is
Thank
your
you.
official meat thermometer.
I was planning to cook a dinner,
That's
but
thriller.
I just said no, I gotta,
Sign this.
I wanted to see.